Alright guys, so right now we're going to do a stretching exercise, and this exercise is meant to really kind of enhance the stretch in your left hand or your fretting hand if you're your right hand if you're left-handed. Basically the reason for this is to be able to get larger chord shapes. You know, things that require you stretching over a vast amount of space on the neck. These things are meant to help exactly that. So basically what we're going to do, we're going to go up to the 12th fret and we're using our fingers of our right hand, although I guess you can use a pick. In this case I'm not. And we're going to the 12th fret and we're going to stagger our fingers across the four lowest strings, the E, A, D, and G strings. And we're going to put them on frets 12, 13, 14, 15. And that's exactly how we're going to play it. It's not like the most beautiful sounding exercise, but it's an exercise and it's designed to help your technique improve, not, make you sound amazing, right? But it will help you sound amazing in the future, just it's not like the most beautiful tonal sounding exercise in the world. But it is really difficult, it's really fun. So this is what we're doing. We're doing 12, 13, 14, 15. And then without moving any other finger except for the one we want to move, we shift our first finger back to the 11th fret. So now we're on 11, 13, 14, 15. And then our middle finger shifts back one. So now we have a space between our middle and our ring finger. So we're on 11, 12, 14, 15. And then our first finger moves back and our pinky moves forward. So now we have one space in between each finger. 10, 12, 14, 16. Like that. So once again from the top, it looks like this. And then once we're here at 10th fret, this will probably be difficult enough for you at the very beginning if you're just starting out with this exercise, but as you know, the frets get larger the farther down the neck you go. So this exercise gets more complicated the farther you go down the neck. So you're going to pick up where you left off with your first finger on 10th fret and repeat the exact same pattern starting on 10th fret. And then once again, right where you left off on the 8th fret. And now, first finger is on 6th fret, that's where we're starting again. It's getting pretty heavy here. Now we're doing it on the 4th fret. Really got to stretch on that one. That's a big one. And then the final one, what we're going to do, starting on the 2nd fret. And then when our first finger moves back, it actually comes off the fretboard and our pinky moves forward. So we end up with open, 2, 4, 6. So that final one starting on 2nd fret once more. And that's the stretching exercise. What I want you to do, I want you to really focus on when you move one finger that the others stay put. And like I reiterate this all the time, but that comes from keeping an even amount of pressure between the fingers that are remaining on the fretboard. So the one that's moving, obviously you don't need any pressure because it has to lift up and move, right? But the other three that are staying put, those need to have an even amount of pressure. You can't have too much pressure on one or two and not enough on the others. They all have to be distributed evenly. And the other thing is make sure you get a nice clear sound. What you don't want is this. Right? Like some buzzy dead note or something like this. You want nice, crisp, clean, well executed notes. That's how you're going to improve on this exercise. And don't go past where you feel, like you're stretching to your limit, right? When I first learned this exercise when I was going to music school in college, it took me like over a month to get all the way down to the end. So don't get discouraged. I wasn't even able to do the first one when I first started. Nobody really is, because it's something that is pretty difficult. So keep at it, and your left hand or your fretting hand will start to stretch pretty dramatically, and you'll be able to get big reaches and do all kinds of cool new techniques with your new stretching ability.